These are the kits by FeatherSmith. I got two and I've used one, this one. The nice thing about these, they come in nice packaging, I must say. The boxes are nice way to store things, nice way to present things. They come with, obviously what this is, this one's the CDC bubble caddis, and it comes with a QR code and an address that takes you to a private video that shows you the fly that this is based on. One of the key things about this, one of the unusual things about this, is it comes with a sample fly. Then you go into the materials and the equipment in here. This gives me everything I need to tie a good number of these flies. And it works out, I think it's about £1 a fly it works out. It's about 30 flies, including this one. And I've got RX hooks, 3 sizes, 12s, 14s, 16s. They're not a hook that a novice would normally have, or an introductory level fly tie would normally have. It's an up-eye pupa sedge hook. It's a nice hook. These are strong. RX I find they tend to be, in my opinion, a little bit large for their size designation, but they are strong hooks and they're quality hooks, so that's a good start. Spool of thread. This is Semperfli Classic Waxed 8/0. Now, Classic Waxed is one of my favourite threads. My trout fly tying, I use a lot of the 12/0. But it's a good modern thread, strong, and this is the 240 yard spool, so this is going to last way longer than tying just this little batch of flies. And then you've got the materials. Now these are fairly standard materials. I've got mallard flank, CDC, here's your dubbing, and some olive ice dubbing. This is nice stuff because these two, the hooks and the thread, are clearly branded. It comes with a good example of the fly. It's a good idea. Now, in my head anyway, this would make a good way of putting together a club or a tying class, because all you would need then is, I mean, everybody in the tying class is going to need their own tools. They're probably going to come with their own thread, but you've got the hooks and the materials there and a fly that everybody around the table might want to tie. So good idea, good principle, and nicely presented. This version is considerably larger. It's more expensive, but it's a clink and dink. So it's 2 flies to be fished as a team. So this is actually thinking about how you're going to fish these, not just how you're going to tie them. So again, some thought's gone into this, and it's a good idea. As you can see here, I've been at it. I've been tying some of it. This comes with 3 spools of thread. The 2 flies, you'll see my versions as well as the sample versions. The 2 flies are a bead head pheasant tail, and I've got 2 sizes of hooks for that, and then a type of clink hammer, a pheasant tail clink hammer, which has a little tippet ring at the butt. There's a few things about this kit that I would change if it was me, but everything in it works. Everything, I tied the flies that you see in front of you, or all but 2 of them, with the materials and with the threads and so on in this kit. If it was me, I'm not a fan of the dubbing that I had to use for the thorax, this peacock dubbing. I'm not that keen on the thickness of the material. It uses this stuff, Fireline 0.3 millimeter Fireline as a way of tying in the tippet ring. I would have gone for something probably thinner or monofilament. Just me. The threads are appropriate. I think they've included black nanosilk for the nymph, which I don't think is necessary. I think you could have tied it with a conventional thread rather than a nanosilk, but it works fine. And it's a nice little fly, it's a neat fly. It's one that you could use as a fish it solo as a nymph. The version of the clink hammer they tie is good. The hackles that they've given me are two sizes of hackles, as are there two sizes of curved shank hooks for these. Again, they're RX hooks. These are fine. They're genetic saddle hackles, and they are appropriately sized. So that all works. The rest of the materials actually are okay. I've got no problems with them. Tippet rings, nice and strong, easy to lose. The tungsten beads are pucka tungsten beads. This comes with this yarn is marked Zelon, which I'd never tried before in polypropylene yarn. In fact, this is probably a coarser polyprop than I'm used to using. This is something it uses peacock dubbing rather than peacock herl, and I've no idea really why. Peacock herl is quite available. Strung peacock herl, a little pack of that in there would have been nice. As it stands, this is not particularly nice dubbing. I've bought plenty of not nice dubbing, so there are plenty of other people who will like this dubbing, I'm sure. But it's not my cup of tea. And that's it. Those are my comments. It's a well thought out kit. It's well planned. It makes more sense than I thought it would, because I've got an extensive fly tying kit like most keen fly tyers. Buying a small kit like this doesn't quite make sense to me. However, if and when I go out and tie in a group or give a class, which I don't do now but I have done in the past, this would have been a perfect accessory for that. And it is potentially introducing people to good quality materials, like the thread, like the hooks, like the yarn, like the hackles. So I've got no qualms about recommending this. It's a nice way to go. So that's FeatherSmith. You'll find them online. Here's their card. I don't know if that will focus on it, but we'll hope.